My name is Ibuki Yutaka. I'm 32 years old. I was told to come visit my dad, so I'm at my parents' house today. It's been 5 years since that incident happened. I think it's about time you forgot about it and moved on with your life. You say that, but it's not something that I can just move on from. This is Samaya. She's the daughter of the CEO of Yanami Products. What are you talking about all of a sudden? If we manage to become business partners with Ayami Products, our company is gonna grow even bigger. Oh, so this is about an arranged marriage. You need to get remarried already. Even if I reject this, he's gonna try to force me to get married again in the near future. I guess this is gonna continue until I get remarried. Okay, fine then. It's probably just gonna be easier for me if I listen to what he says. Izumi, it seems like I'm gonna get remarried soon. Even if I do, I'm still gonna be thinking about you forever. Izumi is my wife who passed away 5 years ago. I met Izumi at a cafe nearby my workplace. When I first met her, I had just started working and I had so much to learn and think about.
Here is the cafe I'll eat.
Thank you very much. I was always comforted by her smile, and I started to always look forward to going to the cafe. One day, oh, I can't believe that I messed up like that. I feel so bad for my boss who worked so hard with me on this.
Here's the cafe I'll eat and a strawberry cake.
Huh? I don't think that I ordered a strawberry cake.
I was actually the one that made this, so it can't really be sold as a product yet. Would you be able to try it and give me some feedback?
I was told that she went to a specialist college and that she worked at the cafe after she finished class. She was also given permission to practice her cooking skills here. Are you sure?
Of course! You'll become a little more energized if you eat something sweet.
Oh, she must be trying to cheer me up as I look down today. Thank you very much. I'll try it. We started to have lots of conversations ever since that encounter. Good morning, Izumi.
Morning, Ibuki. Do you want the same as always?
Yeah, could I have a slice of the new cake that you made?
Of course.
After she graduated from college, she was employed full-time by the cafe. She worked at the cafe as a patissier. We also started dating around that time too. I'm sorry, Izumi, I was late because of work.
It's no problem at all. Where should we go?
That movie that you really wanted to watch? Isn't that premiering at the cinema today?
Wait, really? I want to go see it.
We like similar things, and we had the same hobbies. I felt really comfortable being by her side, and I could trust her with absolutely anything. I thought that we would be able to spend the rest of our lives together. Izumi, I want you to stay by my side for the rest of my life. Will you marry me?
Ibuki, I'm so happy to hear those words from you. Yes!
We're gonna have the happiest future together.
I've got to tell Sumire about this right away. I think she's gonna be so happy to hear this.
She was your high school friend, right? She went to America for college?
Yeah, she's the one. I think she's really busy, but I hope that she can make it to our wedding.
Izumi was raised by a single mother, and she was very happy about us getting married. However, Ibuki is gonna be taking over my company in the future. You can't be getting married to a woman like her. She works at a cafe and was raised by a single mother. I'm guessing that she's after our family's money. Stop making judgments like that about Izumi over some assumptions. I only told her that I was the son of a CEO.
I totally understand that I don't match up to Ibuki at all. I wasn't sure if I was worthy enough to marry him. However, I love him from the bottom of my heart, and I can't imagine getting married to anyone else.
Izumi was working at a cafe while attending college so that she could support her mother. She became a patissiere, which was her childhood dream. I respect her so much, and I want to spend the rest of my life with her. You can cut ties with me completely if you'd like.
Hey, let's allow Ibuki to get married to her. She's the person that he chose. We should respect his decision. Asumi seems to be a wonderful person.
Thank you so much.
I can clearly see that you didn't decide to marry Ibuki because of our money. You really do love him, don't you? I hope that we can get along well in the future, Asumi.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Mom. We ended up having our wedding soon after.
I'm actually scared because of how happy I am right now.
What are you talking about? We're gonna become even happier from now on. Yeah, we were meant to become so happy together. Unfortunately, it all ended due to her death. It had only been 5 years after I met her, and 2 years after I married her. Well then, you guys introduce yourselves to each other. Samaya, there's something that I need to tell you before this meeting.
What is it?
I still can't stop thinking about my wife that I lost 5 years ago. Dad, this is very important. And it's something that she deserves to know about before our marriage. Do you still want to get married to me after hearing that?
I already heard about that, actually. I agreed to this marriage even after hearing about it.
I see. Okay then.
Sumire, thank you for accepting Ibuki as your husband. I hope that we can get along well.
I hope so too.
Now you may kiss the bride! I don't think I can kiss you on your lips. That's how I ended up starting my married life with Isumi.
I know it was an arranged marriage, but now that we're married, I hope that we can have a great married life.
Yeah, let's do our best. You can do as you like. To be honest, I didn't care about any of this. This arranged marriage was completely decided by our parents for the sake of their businesses. There was no love between us.
Well, if that's the case, should we start off by deciding on some rules? We're husband and wife, so let's call each other by our names. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine, Samaya.
Can I call you Ibuki then?
Sure.
Let's try to be a little more frank with each other too. I feel like there's a lot of distance between us.
Okay, sure.
If possible, I want to eat at least one meal together every day and converse like a married couple.
You work a full-time job as well, so let's split up the housework.
Yeah, one more thing. Let's make sure we sleep in the same room. In the same bed, of course.
Wait, but...
We're married now. I think that it's a given.
Yeah, I guess so. However, 1 year later...
I'd like to get a divorce from you.
Samaya asked to get a divorce from me. Did I do something wrong? I'll apologize if I did something to upset you.
It's actually not your fault, Ibuki. I'll make sure to tell my dad to continue being business partners with your dad's company.
I was a little shocked when Samaya asked to get a divorce from me. Even though it was an arranged marriage, I thought that we were getting along pretty well with each other. Okay, let's get going then.
Here, take this.
You made lunch for me?
Well, I decided that I make my own lunch to bring to work from today. It's not that much more effort to make enough for the two of us.
Thanks. I'm really sorry. I said that I'll make dinner for us today. My work meeting took longer than I thought.
It's okay. It's better if the person that is free does the housework. I'm about to cook some burgers right now. Let's eat together.
Wait, this burger. It tastes really similar to the burger that Izumi used to make.
I learned this recipe from your mother. How is it?
It tastes delicious! Oh yeah, I forgot that Izumi learned this recipe from my mom. I was really surprised for a moment. Where is it that you wanted to go?
There's a film that I really want to watch. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, of course. I haven't gone to the cinemas ever since the last time I went with Izumi.
We got married immediately after we met each other, right? We didn't get to go on any dates at all. I thought that it's important for our marriage to do stuff like this too.
Yeah, that's true. Today was so tiring.
You're in the middle of an important project at work, right?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be working a lot of overtime for the next few weeks.
You want me to give you a massage if you're tired?
Wait, what? It's okay, don't worry.
You sure?
I have to wake up early tomorrow too. Let's go to sleep. Good night. Why is my heart racing so fast?
Good night then. I hope you manage to sleep well.
Good night. I can't sleep. I feel like I was getting closer and closer to Samaya. I was actually surprised by how shocked I was. Would it be okay if I ask you why you want to get a divorce from me?
I accidentally heard you talking to Isumi in front of her photo. You told her that you always think about her.
Oh.
I actually plan on accepting you even though I knew that you still had feelings for her. I was planning to love you regardless of that. However,
What?
I realized that was just for my selfish ego. You kept on apologizing to Isumi afterward. You were crying and apologizing to her.
I can explain.
I was wrong in thinking that I could rescue you from your pain of losing Isumi. I realized that I was just making you suffer by marrying you. I'm really sorry about that.
Do I really have the right to say anything to her? Even if I talk her out of getting a divorce right now, I won't be able to forget about Izumi. I'm gonna make Samaya suffer from now on as well.
I actually have one last favor to ask you.
Could you embrace me at least once? Samaya, so this is how you felt, and how you smelled. I could feel tears welling up in my eyes. So many emotions were building up inside me. I could also feel that Samaya was about to cry too. Thank you. I've already filed in my half of the divorce papers, so I'll leave the rest to you. Samaya quietly left without saying any more words. I'm back.
Welcome back. Where's Sumire?
Me and Samaya have decided to get a divorce.
Wait, what? Why?
And that's why we ended up getting a divorce. Samira didn't do anything wrong. It was all my fault. I know that what I did to her was really terrible.
Ibuki, this entire marriage was actually something that Sumire requested.
Wait, what? So this wasn't just an arranged marriage that our fathers decided on?
We knew that you wouldn't agree to a marriage unless we told you that it was an arranged marriage for your father's business. You didn't show any interest in anybody, even if we told you that there was a woman that fancied you, right?
I guess so. Oh yeah, I guess I decided to get married because I thought I couldn't escape an arranged marriage.
So how was married life with Sumire?
It was very comfortable and a lot of fun. I felt more and more at home as time went by. However, my sense of guilt grew bigger and bigger.
Sense of guilt toward Isumi, right?
I never should have gotten remarried again. I ended up making Samire suffer.
Did Sumire end up asking you for a divorce because she was suffering watching you being unable to forget about Isumi?
Samire was prepared to accept me even though she knew I couldn't forget about Izumi. She told me she wanted to save me. However, she saw me crying in front of Izumi's photo.
Are you okay with this?
I don't want to make Samire suffer anymore. I think that getting a divorce is the best for both of us.
It's great that you're still so faithful to someone that has already passed away, but being able to love someone new is equally precious. I think that you can be in love with Sumire while not forgetting about Isumi completely.
Mom.
You should tell Sumire about your true feelings.
Buki, I never thought that she would come.
There's something that I want to talk to you about.
I was lying to myself about how I really felt.
Yeah, I know that. This was an arranged marriage. I can see why you'd feel that way.
No, that's not what I meant. As we spent more and more time together, I became more and more attracted to you. I was completely in love with you.
Really?
However, I really couldn't forgive myself for that. I felt really bad, and that's why I was crying and apologizing in front of Izumi's photo.
I had no idea.
I feel really bad saying this to you, but I don't want to forget about Izumi. I don't want to pretend that my time with her didn't exist.
Yeah, I know that.
However, I don't want to get a divorce from you. I want to have a fresh start with you as husband and wife. I want to create a lot of happy memories with you from now on. I love you, Samire, and I want to find out more about you. I want to fall more and more in love with you. I also want you to fall more and more in love with me.
Ibuki?
I'm saying so selfish, right? You could never agree to something like this, right?
It's not selfish at all. I agree with everything that you just said. It's all gonna be okay. To tell you the truth, me and Isumi were actually great friends back in high school.
As soon as she said that, I remember that Izumi mentioned that her close friend's name was Samire.
I went to a college in America, so I didn't get to see her that often at all. However, we always used to keep in contact. I heard a lot about you from her.
Oh yeah, I remember Izumi talking about Samire.
The first time I met you was at you and Asumi's wedding. I was really happy that she managed to get married to a wonderful and caring person like you. Of course, I didn't have any romantic feelings for you back then.
I'm really sorry. I was overexcited at the wedding. Izumi introduced me to lots of people, but I couldn't really remember anyone.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Izumi kept in contact with Samire even after getting married. Apparently, she always talked about how happy she was with her married life. That's how Samire heard that I loved the burger that my mom always made for me using her special recipe.
I really couldn't believe it when my mom told me that Isumi had passed away. I flew back home immediately and attended her funeral.
I barely remember anything about the funeral. I was told that I cried and cried next to Izumi's coffin, and that it was difficult to drag me away from her. Afterwards, I just stood there, emotionlessly, for a long time.
I saw you in complete despair after losing Isumi. It was so difficult for me to see you like that. I could just imagine how much she meant to you. I really wanted to do something for you. I kept on thinking about what I could do as I flew back to America. I returned back home after a while. My dad told me that there were talks about becoming business partners with Yukata Corporation. Wait, that company is Asumi's husband's family company, right? Their son lost his wife 5 years ago, I think. Has he gotten remarried again? Ever since that funeral, I kept on thinking about you, Ibuki. However, I continued my life in America thinking that you would manage to find happiness again.
Actually, I heard Daddy doesn't have any intention of getting married again. Mr. Yutaka seemed to be very worried about his son.
I see. He must still be suffering as he can't forget about Isumi. Hey, Dad. I have a favor that I want to ask you. I wonder if there's something that I can do for him. If possible, I want to free him from his suffering, even if it's just a little. That's why I asked my dad if he could create an arranged marriage. I never imagined that you would say yes and that we would get married so quickly.
Why didn't you tell me that you're Azumi's friend?
Well, if I told you that I was her friend, we would probably be able to bond over memories and conversations about her. However, that would also mean that you wouldn't be able to see me as a normal woman. I thought it would make things weird between us. I wanted you to fall in love with me, not Asumi's friend.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It was selfish of me, right?
You weren't selfish at all. I'm the selfish. I kept on thinking about Izumi while saying that I love you.
If you're gonna say that, then I'm selfish too. I could never forget about Izumi. She's one of my best friends. But at the start, I wanted to support you. But now my love for you far exceeds that feeling.
I thought that my life was over when I lost Izumi. However, I don't feel that way anymore. I want to start a new chapter of my life with you, Samaya.
Yeah, let's make lots and lots of happy memories together from now on.
Thank you so much for coming to pick me up. I love you so much, Samaya.
I love you too.
Today, me and Samaya went to Azumi's gravestone to pay her a visit.
There was actually something that Isumi said to me while she was in the hospital. She told me to take care of you if she passed away. She said that we definitely get along with each other, as she loved us both.
Wait, really?
At the time, I told her that she shouldn't joke like that. I told her that I'd never forgive her if she passed away. I never imagined things would end up like this.
Maybe Izumi was worried about me, and ever since she passed away, maybe she was the one that drew me and you together.
Yeah, I think that could be it.
I'll never forget about you, Izumi. I still love you even now. However, I'm gonna start a new chapter of my life with Samaya. Let's get going then, Samaya.
Asumi, we're both gonna live the rest of our lives thinking about you.
I'm glad they're gonna find happiness together.